All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only video. Today we're going to be talking about Kuldath the Magma Dragon. Yes, he is full of magma. Well, this is the highest version in the normal Doom Tower. If you are looking for hard mode, then unfortunately this is not it. This is not hard mode. This is normal. Um, he's kind of a pain in the butt. He's actually easy to beat in the early stages of the dungeons, and that's because you can literally just pound him to death, and that's it. Now, once you get to the final stage like this, you're going to need some tricks. Now, there are other tricks that you can use. This is the one that I specifically use, and it basically revolves around you provoking the hell out of the boss and him not getting any turns to actually do anything special. Now, we're going to put Apothecary in the lead because we want him to be, you know, defensive, I guess. So we have everybody in here. Now, the whole point with this fight is you need provokers. And when you provoke him, he basically will only attack that person, and that's it. So if you can keep him in a constant state of provoke, he will never ever do any of the special things like dropping hexes and all that and killing your teammates, because he does like to one-shot heroes when he puts a hex on them, and in the next round say goodbye. He just hits everybody, and that person basically dies. So if you can keep him provoked the entire time, then you don't have to worry about that. You literally just have to make sure your tanks that are provoking stay alive, and then you can bring in whoever else you want to do damage. In this scenario, we bring in Kale, and we bring in Frozen Banshee because they have poison sensitivity, and they can drop a ton of poisons very quickly, in which case he loses a lot of HP very quickly, and that stuff kind of pounds on over time. Look at that. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. All those poisons popping up, just killing them. And that'll help you make the fight faster, is having all those poisons. Now, Visix is a little bit of a pain in the butt because she does do Ally Protect, which basically means she is going to take damage every single round because she is going to be protecting everybody. So anybody that gets anyone that provokes the boss is basically going to take damage, and then so is she. So you want to make sure you have at least one healer, in this case, Apothecary, that does enough healing to keep whoever is the provoker to stay alive. All right. After that, if you're having trouble with damage output, then you could bring in someone who does shields. You could bring in another provoker if you're having trouble with the provokes. There's other things you can do to make this work. Master Butcher could be made faster to where he can do his provokes a lot more often. You could put him in a provoke set, so that way anytime he attacks, he also has that extra chance of getting a provoke off like that. You could put him in a counterattack set where he gets hit and then counters with a provoke. There's lots of things that you can do in this fight to make it work. Sometimes they'll go off the rails in this fight, and they may have a bad day, and someone will miss a provoke or something will happen off the cuff. Funny enough, actually just happened when I was recording this video. They died. So I was like, great. But otherwise, this team's pretty successful. I would say it's at least 90 to 95% successful. There's only a few one-offs where they don't actually make it work. And having Master Butcher be insanely high HP in defense will make this fight a joke. I mean, this boss can't kill him, essentially. And I believe he has regen as well. I don't remember if I have him regen. We'll see. We'll check and see. But he can heal himself back up, and then Apothecary will come in and fill him up. But there you go. Look at that. Easy peasy, dragon squeezy. And having the poison sensitivity and all the extra poisons is just amazing. Like, it's crazy how fast you can kill these bosses. I like that these videos are going to be very short because it makes it easy and you can just kind of see what happens. So there you go. We got Master Butcher doing his provoke. We've got Visix doing provokes. We've got Apothecary doing healing. And then you've got Kale and Frozen Banshee basically just there to do what they do. Pop poisons and kill you. So this is the advanced version. If you want to see the lower versions, it's basically the same thing. Just we used, Jizzo, we used Odachi. You can use Greybeard. There's tons of heroes that have provokes, and you can use them. I think Gnarlhorn has a provoke possibly, and all these heroes can be used as provokers as long as you have enough provoking to keep the boss constantly provoked. That's how many provokers you need. So when somebody's like, how many provokers you need? Well, it's as many as you need. That's really it. So if you have somebody like Master Butcher who does a 2-turn provoke, that's 2 turns where you don't need anyone provoking. And then Visix can come in and provoke on the 3rd turn, and then Master Butcher gets his turn again, and then all of a sudden, now you're in a constant state of provoke, and nobody gets hit except for those 2. So that's the best option. However, there's plenty of other ways to do this. I did it with 3 provokers in the beginning because that's all I had. So you can just do that and then bring 1 damage dealer, maybe Frozen Banshee, maybe Kale. I would say Frozen Banshee better. Kale's easier to get through the waves, but Frozen Banshee will take the boss down quicker. So I would say Anyone who can really do poisons or something, just don't no HP burn. No HP burn. That hurts you, just so we know. All right, let's look at their builds and see what we got going on here. Close this. Get out of here. Champions. All right, so who do we got? We got Visix. So we have her in a deflect set, and she can deflect one debuff back onto the attacker. It also has the HP and defense up 20%. And we have her in a crit rate glove, a defense body chest, whatever you want to call it, body chest. We've got her in a speed boot, defense on the ring, defense on the amulet, and accuracy on her banner because we want her to land her provokes. Always very important. Skills, all maxed. We don't have a blessing on her as of yet. We will soon, though. We do have her down to War Master and a little bit of accuracy. We want to make sure she's landing all of her provokes, and that's basically all of her masteries. Now, skip through. Other people in this team. She's the only one that is really hardcore. Everyone else is pretty easy. Apothecary, we got him a ton of speed stuff. Basically, defense on everything. Defense, defense. He's got speed boots. He's got defense, defense, defense. He's all defense stuff. We want to make sure he doesn't die and he can constantly heal. I would probably give him more crit, but hey, it is what it is. Skills are all max. We have him in the Carapace Blessing. Masteries all the way down to Giant Slayer, and we have all of his little support stuff going on here. So that's very nice. Kale. He's in lifesteal and some speed. We want to make sure he's fast as much as possible. Crit and crit damage are probably your best friends here. And we've got a bunch of skills maxed, and he's got the Phantom Touch Blessing. Masteries all the way down to War Master and accuracy, so he lands his poisons. You do have him in a attack ring, a crit damage amulet, and a defense banner. However, you should probably have him in an accuracy banner. You want him to land that stuff. He has a crit damage glove. He's got defense on his chest, and he's got speed boots. So this is terrible. Like you could literally have him in a percent defense chest, and it'd be much better. And you could have him in a better glove, and you can have him in a better speed boot. Yeah, there's lots of things you can do to make him better. Lots of accuracy too. Frozen Banshee, we have her in a Relentless set. You could use a bunch of different things to mimic Relentless. You could just make her insanely fast. You could put her in tons and tons and tons of speed, and then she'll just keep getting extra turns anyway. You can put her in a Reflex set. That way she gets her skills off more. There's tons of different options that you could do. You don't need to have Relentless, but Relentless is really good because she gets a chance. I've seen her have 5 turns in a row. It's just kind of nice. But yeah, we have her in that. We have her in a crit rate glove, a 4-star. No doubt here is terrible. We've got her in a defense chest, and we've got her in a speed boot. I think she's all defense. Actually, no, she has an attack. I should probably make that defense. And then we've got an accuracy banner. I mean, the attack is good. I can't say that having her have extra attacks bad, but we want her to do poisons, not raw damage. And then finally, who was the last one? Master Butcher, Mr. Butch Boy. Mr. Butcher, how are you today, Mr. Butcher? We've got him in here's the healing set. So he's got the healing set that gives him extra HP and heals 3% for every turn. Actually, you know what? Real quick, we got to go back to her. I don't think I showed you her stuff. Skills, Phantom Touch, all maxed. Masteries. She's more defensive for Clan Boss, so she goes down to War Master and then some defensive stuff. Got to make sure we show everything, right? Very important. All right, Master Butcher. So he's in the healing set with the HP. He's got a speed boot with an HP on it. He's got HP on his chest, and guess what? HP on his glove. Why do we do that? Because he needs the HP for his skills. And then he's got HP on the ring, defense on his little amulet. He has a little amulet, and he has resistance on his banner, so he doesn't take any debuffs. His skills are kind of cool because he does a provoke on his A1. He has a provoke for 2 turns and places a crit rate on all allies plus 25% attack buff on all allies. So basically, he's making your attackers stronger. He's provoking and doing awesome stuff. And then he has a passive that he heals all allies equal to the amount of damage taken. It doesn't work on bosses, so oh well. And revives a random ally with full HP when this champion is killed. So that's kind of nice, right? Does not work against bosses. So you just want to make sure you see that. So yeah, anything with HP is good for him. So we do have him, just so you can see, he does have a ton of HP. He's got almost 80,000 HP, and that's really what we focused on with him, is just getting that up and getting his speed up to 181. So yeah, he's fast and he's got a lot of HP. That's what we want. We could do a lot better with him, but we just didn't. But yeah, that's it. He's your provoker, and you get through that fight nice and easy. Now there are other options. If you do removal of debuffs, it ends up putting the debuff on you. So just know that could be an issue if you have someone who removes debuffs. Not a good idea if you want them to be targeted. You can heal through it. It is possible if you have shields, things like that. But that's up to you. I will leave it for you to decide if that's a better choice for you, other than just provoking him and letting everyone else kill him. So, all right, if you have any other questions, things you want to talk about, you want to tell me about my dragon, tell me about how you did better than me, how my heroes suck. I don't care. Tell me whatever you want to do. I'm all ears. I mean, I'm not all ears. I have 2 ears, but it's enough ears to hear what you're saying. And I have eyes, so I can read it. So there we go. As always, like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. It's very nice of you to join us. I hope you stay with us and watch more videos. But other than that, yeah, this is great. So this is Kuldath the Magma Dragon. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. And you guys, take care.